Yeah. Hello, hello.
Morning.
How is everybody?
I'm doing pretty good. No complaints.
Doing pretty good. You know, if you if you complain, ain't nobody gonna listen to you.
You're right.
Ain't nobody gonna listen if you complain. Nobody's listening. Nobody's listening.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, Robin. Hey, Lori. Morning, morning, morning. So sorry, everybody, for the confusion with the, I got so many text messages from people like, hey, you canceled the meeting. I'm like, no, I'm canceling the old meeting. I'm canceling the old meeting, not the new one. So it was some confusion. For some reason, the old meeting was kept showing up on a regular calendar, and it wouldn't stop. I set it for 8 weeks and it kept on going for some reason. It was just something glitchy. So when I canceled it out, it looked like I was canceling these meetings because they kind of had a similar name, because it was the book course, but this one says skill course. But you know, when you used to seeing that, you just used to seeing it. So that's kind of where that was at. Yeah. So good. Glad everybody's here. We're gonna give everybody about 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna get rolling at 11:05. Start getting into our information. Today is kind of the introduction slash a little bit of book work, more like some definitions, so you guys have an understanding of some of the words that we're going to be using in rational routines. And this is going to be another deep dive into a topic that a lot of times is touched on surface level, right? Habits. So we're going to get into the real science of habits, so that you guys can get out of here and y'all be able to say, hey, now I'm not procrastinating as much or not at all. And my habits, I'm turning them bad habits into good habits by replacing those bad habits with good habits. And I did some of that psychologically myself at one time in my life, and didn't really realize that that's what I was doing. I started taking the same time of day and the activity that I was doing, and just changing what I did in that different time frame. And my brain kind of went right along with it. It really didn't realize that I was switching out what I was doing. So that was really interesting how that worked. So I know that does work from a personal standpoint. I know that if you change sometimes the routines that we do in our world, like the routines that we have, we will realize that it's really just the routine. So if you're a person and you like, man, I keep going to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts and getting this coffee that's 300 calories. One of the funniest things, the most interesting thing you can do is just get tea instead of coffee. And you wouldn't even believe that, it's just the act of you going to that coffee house to get something to drink. It's the act of you doing that. It's not necessarily the coffee that you're drinking that's making you want to do it. So you'll see that there's a lot of activities that you can change. When I was in the process of losing weight, craziest thing in the world, I realized that whether I was crunching on a potato chip or a carrot, my brain just wanted the crunch of a snack. And when you snack at the same time every day and you change the snack, your body really doesn't care that you changed it. It just wants to snack at 2 o'clock. So the body really works in a really interesting way. And I think that's why plans like Slim Fast and these Nutri-Slim diets and all that, they can be effective for a lot of people, because all they're doing is changing the amount of calories that are in the food. They're changing the components in the food, saying you can still eat. We're going to put things in that's going to still fill you up. We're just going to change what it is you're eating that's got less calories, and now you end up still being full, but losing weight because you're not taking in so many calories, if that makes sense. And that's why those things work really well. So no, switching out those habits is going to work really well. So let's go ahead and get rolling. It's 11:06. We're going to start kind of moving forward on our agenda, hitting you guys with some house rules and stuff like that. let me make sure my partner in crime here is able to do all his controls, because that's the break room king over there. I don't. Every time y'all go in the break room, he be training me on how to do a break room while y'all in the break room.
Literally the only technical thing I've ever been able to do better than him. Everything else, I couldn't even get into this today. It took me forever. How y'all doing? Happy Saturday morning.
Happy Saturday. Happy
Doing
Saturday.
great. Happy Saturday to you.
Man, thank you, thank you.
So,
Good morning, everyone.
For the record,
Good morning.
me and Jim is from, we out here on this West Coast time, so y'all don't get to be more tired than us. We cannot have more energy than y'all, because it is 8 in the whole morning over here. And I just want y'all to know, like I told my son, this is just a demonstration of my love. I just want y'all to know that.
We appreciate it.
This means how much
Well, you're not alone, Mom. Not alone.
We appreciate it.
No, Jim.
Yay.
I see a little sis hopped on with us today.
I see that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So I'm going to do you want to set up the oh, you know what? Let's do house rules first. I was about to go on the introductions, and we need to do house rules first. So let me pull that up real quick.
So good to see all y'all back, man. This is great. Lori, welcome.
This. All right.
Oh, this is new.
Huh?
Say this is new.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw this on Tuesday.
Yeah. See, you know, that's why it's always good to hang with us a little bit. You know, we try to get a little bit fancy every now and then.
Yeah, you've done it. You've done it.
Hold on, let me shrink that and do that one more time. I'm gonna do that differently real quick. Okay. All right. So just so you guys know, this is we did change the name to the Deep Dive Skills course, Life and Business Transformative Series. We felt like that fit better. And Rational Routines, Breaking and Developing Habits. Breaking and Developing Habits. So that's what we're going to be talking about here over the next 8 weeks. And then, of course, we're going to end out with a deep dive afterwards. And we're going to hit these house rules real quick. So you guys will, of course, have this pamphlet. These the pages that we're going over today. I will throw them in the chat before we finish up here, so you can take it with you. Plus, it's going to come in the email like it always does. But this is just some details so that you guys have them. So the Zoom link for Tuesday and Saturday. The password is the same for both days, but the meeting ID is different. So you can get in on Tuesdays or Saturdays like you could on our last sessions. So all that information is up there. My information and Coach Branch's information there for you guys. So if you need to contact us, you got our emails, our phone numbers, and our names there. And check-in time 5 minutes before. So 7:55 p.m. on Tuesday night, Saturdays at 10:55 a.m. If you guys can jump in, that way we can get started like we did today, just get rolling. As soon as you guys get in, I know we did a little bit of talking and welcoming, but that's what we want to be able to do. Also, remember, guys, we changed it to 75 minutes from 60 minutes. So that's in your mind. So remember, we were doing 60 minutes from 8 to 9 or from 12 to 1, 11 to 12. Now it's from 8 to 9:15 and 11 to 12:15, or whatever your time zone is. That's Eastern time. And we did 75 minutes. That way, when we come on and we go over the assignment from last week, ask people how the assignment affected their life, affected their business. After we've done that, we've got a full 60 minutes to go over the new content for this week. That way you all are getting everything. In the last session, Harold Branch, Coach Branch and myself felt a little bit like we were kind of compacting some things because we felt like we didn't have enough time to get everything in. So, and obviously y'all felt that way too, because the survey said y'all wanted more. So we added 15 minutes to every session. So I'm gonna go over some of these deep dive house rules, and then I'm gonna turn it over to Coach Branch, because Coach Branch has some that aren't on this sheet, and he'll be mentioning those as soon as I go over the ones on the sheet. So please make sure to attempt to be on time. We always know that things can happen, or whatever the case may be, that you can't be on time because something happens. The reason why I say make your best attempt is because it's when we have everybody here, we can, because sometimes Coach Branch and myself will kind of just talk in the beginning while we're waiting for people to get on, and if we can get that time back, that gives us more time to go over content. So if we can try to be on time, even if you're running home and you just put it on your audio on your car and you have your camera off at that time. We want your cameras on, but if you can't have it on, but you can be on there, we'll take that as opposed to just not being there at all, right? Be sure to focus and engage with the coaches and the other attendees, especially when you guys are in the break room. So this all works better when we have engagement. I think on the last sessions, we had really good engagement. The break rooms went really good. Everybody said they felt safe in them. You guys came out, y'all engaged when you came out the break rooms. And we think that those are really good things that happen. And we want to continue, we want that to continue on. We want people to be engaged. We want, when we ask, we don't want it to be the same volunteers every time. We want it to be different people that speak up with different experiences, because a lot of times when you hold back your experience, you're holding back that training or transformative situation for somebody else who may be dealing with what you're dealing with, if that makes sense, right? So if that's all cool, put a 2 in the chat for me real quick. Put a 2 in the chat so I know that you guys are understanding that. 3, we ask that you have your camera on during our skills course sessions unless it's truly not possible. We understand having bad hair days, and I got up late and I still got sleep in my eyes. Let me get myself, we get it. Sometimes the camera needs to go off for a minute or whatever. So we're not being, trying to be ridiculous with that. But if you can, like, have the intention of having your camera on, because it's like when I used to speak from the stage. You give more energy based on the energy you get back from the audience. If you're talking to an audience that just sits there and looks at you, it zaps the energy that you have to put out. The same thing happens on Zoom. If I'm talking to a bunch of pictures and names, I don't have as much energy and motivation when I'm talking, as much passion as when I see people's, and I study behavior. That's what I do. So because I'm looking at body language, I'm looking at all these things, right? I don't judge y'all when y'all making faces and stuff at me soon. I'm not judging y'all, but I do look at it. I do use that as feedback.
I'm judging.
No feedback. So well, Coach Branch is judging y'all. I need to see y'all smiling and nodding and whatever, or disagreeing if you disagree. It's okay to disagree, but I need to see something. So if your camera's on, we can do that. So that's always good too as well. So last one for me, please keep all comments and statements made in all sessions, including break room sessions, private. Keep them private, right? Unless you are given permission from the attendee who made the statement or statements, we would like for the deep dive skills course to remain a safe place for all attendees. You guys said y'all feel safe. We want you guys to be safe. If you miss a session and we send you the recording, it normally expires after about 7 days. The reason why we do that is because we can't have people talking on Zooms and then you guys are sending it to your friend that you thought this was such a great idea, but they didn't pay for it to get on it. If they have not committed and gotten on here with us, then they should not be hearing what we're talking about. So this information is for us. Please don't have conversations about what other people said to people, even if you feel like you can confide in them, because you have not gotten the permission of the person who made the statement. And it's just not only is it not fair, it's actually illegal. But we just talking about the not fair, safe part of it here, right? We don't need to talk about legality. We're more or less talking about keeping it safe because you won't want anybody to put your information out there. And that's important to us because you guys are talking about personal things here, especially in these break rooms. So hopefully that's fair to everybody. You guys feel comfortable with us having that conversation. I'm gonna turn it over to Coach Branch.
I appreciate
excuse
it.
me,
Yes.
Coach Dunbar, just really quick. I'm receiving 2 emails from you.
Mhm.
I'm receiving one from Dunbar.Robert,
Mhm.
and I'm receiving one from Robert Dunbar III. The Dunbar.Robert I've never received before, but this session I started receiving them. Is that you? It says it's
Yes.
spam, so.
Yes, it is. Well, you know what? Ben, you probably need to talk after this Because I'm telling, yes, I'm Dunbar.Robert, but that don't mean anybody spam me though. So I don't want to take it as not spam. I did send you a couple of emails, but that could be really funny. So if you can, when we finish our session today, if me and you can talk afterwards so I can look at that email to make sure it is, because I don't want, it's a lot of spam that happens. And I don't want to tell you that that's okay. And you open something and it messes up your computer.
Okay,
Okay, so let's talk afterwards just to get some clarity on that.
okay.
You got it.
Thank
All
you.
right, all right, all right. Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all
Good morning.
feeling charmed and ready, right? I'm trying to change my habits too. Like, I guess I should get up on Saturdays. Why not? No, can you go back to the other slide for me for a second?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I just want to point a couple things out. One, I noticed this on a Tuesday, didn't get a chance to comment. If you notice under the telephones with Coach Dunbar and Coach Branch, it says Coach Robert A. Dunbar III. And for me, it says Harold Branch III. I got a G. I have a middle name. I'm just throwing I got a middle name too. You know, my middle name got no.
I don't believe them.
You know,
Hey, hold on, Coach Branch, hold on. So I was trying to respect the HB. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, maybe he don't use his middle name.
but you're so formal. I mean, you look so polished, Robert A. Dunbar. You know what I mean? I want to sound like, you know,
Oh,
a
my
knight
goodness.
or a lord and a queen's. No, all right, I'm just kidding. It's good to see y'all. It really, really is. I just got a couple more things as that I think can allow our time to go even smoother and us to have a really great time and all of that. Number one, I invite you to be ready. I invite you to be ready. And that means two things, right? Number one, that means be focused. And so, hey, get up. You know, my sis was like, hey, you know, I'm getting my coffee together. That's what I'm talking about. Up and moving. You want to be in a position. You don't want to be laying in bed while you do the class. You don't want to be driving while you're doing the class. You're just not going to process it. You're giving your body different signals. And we talked about this in our last course, your attention. You only have so much. And I know you may not be using it, but you telling your body, man, maybe I should go to sleep when you laid up on the couch doing something is telling you not to be alert. So be alert, be focused, because these are, I think you all agree, and put a 5 in the chat if you do, these are one-of-a-kind trainings. These are one-of-a-kind trainings. And this ain't something you could just go back, right? Because even if you look at the video the next day, what if you look at the video and say to yourself, I wish I would have commented on that. I wish I would have dug in on that. Some things are in the moment, right? Be careful about convenience. We will be sold our own slavery through convenience. Be careful. So much convenience actually weakens us, right? So be careful with that and definitely chime in and be ready to change. If you are honestly ready to change habits, you came in here like, I plan on walking out of this class with more, being more developed, more mature in this particular area, growner in this area. I'm going to be better with my habits. I'm going to put better routines out there. Please put a 7 in the chat if that's you.
Oh boy.
If that's you, if you're ready for that, be ready, because that's going to help you find the very thing that you're looking for. Be okay with being uncomfortable. Be okay with being uncomfortable. As you know, we tend to dig a little deeper. Think you just taking some on habits. Next thing you know, we talking about your first breakup in 2nd grade that's been holding you back this whole time, right? We don't know where we're going to go into, okay? So be ready to be uncomfortable. Like I told him on Tuesday, we can make you, Coach Dunbar and myself, we can make you comfortable, or we can help make you better. But we can't do both. We can't do both. When you work out, if it don't hurt, it ain't working. Muhammad Ali said, they asked Muhammad Ali in an interview, how many sit-ups can you do? He said, I don't know, because I don't start counting my sit-ups until they start hurting. That was cold. Muhammad Ali was cold, right? And oh, don't share the material. Coach Dunbar already said that. Obviously, you know why. And even as we're putting this together, we're going to go back and tighten it and stuff like that. But don't share the material. And when it comes to being in the small group, ask in your breakout session, hey, is it okay with you if I share this with the group, or would you like to? Because that story, I think, is powerful and they'll benefit from it. Ask that before you come back from your group. Don't ask them in front of everybody, because we've had that happen, right? Hey, Dunbar, you mind if I tell them what you just told me? Now they on the spot, right? Don't put them on the spot, ask them, or send them a private chat message, you know what I mean? Hey, do you mind if I share that? Because it was just really strong. And 9 times out of 10, they'll say, okay, but just get that all right from them. And it's not illegal, except morally. You know what I mean? It should be illegal. It's not, but it should be. So we'll have to put you in imaginary jail like we was on the playground if you do. And last but not least, have fun. Have fun. If you have fun in any of our past sessions, if you enjoyed yourself in any of our past sessions, put a smile in the chat. Just let me get a smile out you in the chat, man, because I had a ball and I enjoyed myself every session that we have. I'm going to laugh. We're going to get deep. We're going to enjoy, but that opens you up. That helps break down those barriers. I believe in that. Coach Dunbar, I was actually just talking with someone about an idea that I had about a personal development / comedy event. I think that'd be dope. What y'all think? I don't know. Am I crazy? I'm probably crazy. Okay, we could go to the next one. I've been crazy a long time though, so I'm comfortable with that, right? I know some of y'all asking us, what have I gotten myself into? How many of y'all felt that way that was here in the last course? And you felt like, oh my God, what is this? I did not sign up for this. This is it's like being invited over for tapas and it's a whole grand spread Thanksgiving buffet in there. And so what have I gotten myself into? Don't worry, you'll enjoy it. You absolutely will. We know you're crazy, but that's one of the reasons y'all love me. Thank God. Thank God. Please. Can you eat chips? Absolutely. You could eat a sandwich. You could hit the wings. Wow. Long as you keep one hand to right, you could boom, just like this, right? With the wing, just like that. Have a great time. Just send me some. Just send me some.
So Coach Branch, are we spelling sandwich like Brumman or Martin? Like
yeah, sandwich. That's
yeah.
Yeah, no N's, all M, just sandwich. Absolutely. That's how you know it's good. That's how you know it's good.
So can I touch on this? What have I gotten into?
Yeah, go please.
So something else that we want you all to keep in mind is that y'all should expect us to go somewhere that you guys aren't expecting, right? That's why we call this deep dive. So there are going to be some really deep psychological scenarios that we hope to pull out so that you guys understand on a deeper level, not only how to break a bad habit, but how to get yourself in a routine of a really good habit. Because what I learned years ago and reinforcing now, going through all of these habit books and the books that we're using as reference books, is that you never really get rid of a habit, right? Habit is a neutral word. How you use it, right, good or bad, is up to you, but the cues will always bring you back. And I talked about weight loss in the beginning. And what I realized that location was really important. If you put cookies on your shelf, you'll eat them. If you don't buy them from the store, you won't eat them. If you put the fruit in the top shelf of your refrigerator, that's what you'll reach for first. If you put it in the drawer at the bottom and you forget it's there, you won't eat it. Does that make sense? So cues will have you do certain things. So when we talk about what have you gotten into, like understand that we are looking for transformation. So it's going to be like Coach Brand said, a little bit of pain, a little bit of motion, but that's what it takes to get to the next level. You don't get stronger by going to the gym and looking in the mirror and posing and taking pictures of yourself. I go to the gym all the time. And that's what I see. I see people like snapping pictures. I'm like, you know that don't make you bigger, right? You got to actually work out on the equipment. So this class is the equipment, guys. We want you guys to work out. So understand it's going to be a push. It's going to be a little bit of emotional, maybe a little bit of pain. But when you come out of this 8 or 9 weeks, we want you all to feel like, okay, I'm in a different place, a better place, and now I can move ahead. And I may have gotten through some of those hurdles that I've had. And Jim, I appreciate you sticking with us, young man. So I put a young man on the flyer just for you, because the other 2 people who registered have not shown up, the other males, but you have. So I got a guy on there for Jim. You see all the women on there because the women just keep showing up. So 3-1, Jim. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man.
All is well. Thank you.
You got it. You got it.
It like reminds me of college.
Oh, the reference books, Coach Branch. So that they know going into this, guy. So remember, we made a little bit of a change where before, like the first skills course we did, we kind of went heavy into Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. Our material didn't necessarily reflect that because we had to do it differently for all kinds of copyright reasons, and we wanted to have our own material because Coach Branch and myself are creative enough to come up with our own material plus life concepts that there are out there. What we decided to do from this point on is to reference more than one book. Now, you're going to hear me and Coach Branch say 2 different things on this, and it's not right or wrong. We have 2 different opinions on things, and you do what suits the world that you live in. That's why it's 2 coaches here. If you would like to buy all 4 books, buy all 4 books. I probably should never tell you not to buy a book. Is that fair? Right? Especially in a
Do not Kanye us. Don't Kanye us over here. I don't even read. Who needs to read?
So if your budget for whatever reason you can't pick up all 4 of these reference books, then you can go to YouTube and you can look at them there or whatever. But we're going to reference them, not actually go through them. We will be bringing the material out of those concepts, out of those books, and putting them on the worksheets that we're giving to you all because you're in the skills course, so you will have the information. Understand that. But the 4 reference books are going to be The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, The Power of Habit, author Charles Duhigg, Atomic Habits by James Clear, Atomic Habits by James Clear, The Slight Edge. Guys remember that? The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And then Darren Hardy's book, The Compound Effect. Those are the 4 books that we will be referencing throughout this 8 weeks during our skills course. So those are the 4 reference books. I'm going to go ahead and drop the slides here because Coach Branch is going to start going into people introducing themselves. Is that fair, Mr. Branch?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let me drop this real quick so we can get moving on that.
And we'll also be pulling information from scientific and academic articles and empirical research as well. So we have the most current. Let's be honest, Eat That Frog was written like a long time ago. So more information has been learned about this stuff. So we want to make sure that you get the most current. The reason Coach Dunbar said that we may disagree or we bring 2 different opinions, he does the audio books heavy. He's real big on the audio books. I'm real big on the physical written books, right? And so last session, he was like, you don't need to get these books. Anyway. And I was like, no, buy the books too. But I'm also biased. Like, I do books. If I don't do nothing, I do books. And so I think it's a great way to start your library. Also, my books are reference books. I believe in marking my books up. I write all in. As soon as I get a book, I put my name in it, but I'm writing all through the book. I put notes in the margins. I highlight stuff. I think it gives a book character. I prefer to buy used books. You can get most of these books for like $2, $3. And I'm gonna give you a hint on how many of you are interested in truly building your physical library? Okay, and I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons why this is very, very important. Thrifty books is awesome. I love thrifty books. Why this is important, and this is maybe my conspiracy theorist mindset, but if you don't have it physically, you don't own it. You're renting it, right? If it's just on a Kindle, if it's just on something like that, Amazon, they could flip switches and it's not on your device no more, right? They lose contract and different things. That's number one. Number two, you can't pass on audio. Well, you could pass on audio if you have it physically, but you can't pass on tech to the kids. You know what I mean? So great granddaddy's library never gets passed on. Great grandma's books don't get passed on. So I believe in the physical. Is it inconvenient? Sure, but remember, beware of convenience. Somebody trying to make it too convenient, be like, why? You know, so be careful with that. But I do believe in getting the books. And one of the best places to get personal development books from, if you're trying to grow, Goodwill. Goodwill is a sleeper. I roll up to Goodwill and the books, they're like $2.99. I just bought another stack of them that I didn't have. And some of them I heard of, but I'm gonna look through them and see what's up. All right, everybody, let's get introduced. Put your hand up if you are new. You were not in the procrastination course we just finished. You are being introduced to our courses now. All right, Miss Ariel, who else is new? This is your first one. Going once, going twice. Miss Ariel, look like you the new one. You're the new one in the house. So what I want to do, I just want you all to tell us your name, where you're from, and for my newbie, I want you to go first and tell us why you're here, right? Why are you here? And what you'd like to get out of it. And everyone else, I would like you to go through and just say your name, where you're from, and why you're back. What made you jump into this class after that? The fact that you ain't had enough of us yet, that you're like, look, I barely made it to 8 weeks. I just did it because I committed. I do not want to see these people again at all. The fact that you're back is very impressive, and it shows how much grace you have for my jokes. So thank you. All right, Miss Ariel, let's get going with you, sis.
I learned that they're called dad jokes. No.
Oh,
Love y'all. I wasn't in the first one because I'm a procrastinator, obviously. And it's a horrible habit. No, look, I'm really excited to be here. Hi, family. My name is Ariel Simone. You guys did such a great job last time that I was like, you know what? I gotta be here. You know, I am from Queens, but I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, which I absolutely love. And I'm here because I am going to learn. I have the expectation of learning the skill of building a habit, but also not only the skill of building a habit so that I can do it for all areas, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years down the line, you know, but also how I need to implement those skills, because we all have our individual flow. And so I want to learn what I have to tinker with, what I have to listen to within me in order to build and sustain and create, you know, this new reality. So I'm really excited to be here, family.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, everybody, I'm just going to go down the line unless we got volunteers. Any volunteers? Going once? Going twice? You could just unmute yourself, everybody, especially if you don't have background noise.
I'll volunteer.
All right, Ms. V.
My name is V. Powell. I am from Palmetto, Florida. I always say Tampa Bay area because no one's heard of Palmetto. I was in the last class, and the reason I'm back because they actually over-delivered for what I thought I was going to get, and I'm actually feel that I'm making some progress, and I want to continue to improve. So that's why I'm back.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
All right, I'll go.
All right, Miss Peggy.
Good morning, everyone. I
Well-
was here the last time. I'm so thankful that God let me come back. Honestly,
I talked to him for you. I talked to him.
I appreciate it. I do.
Good work.
I appreciate it. I do. But anyway, the course was delivered in a way that I have not in my long life ever seen or heard. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot. I pray, and it was very, very clear to me that this is not so much a business course; it's a life course, and I want to just know that I can improve the rest of my life. I am back because I do have some habits I need to deal with, and I want to see how you're going to tackle that. Just curious. Thank you much.
All right, all right. I'm waiting to see how we gonna tackle it too.
I love it.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
telling you. Anyone else? Any other volunteers?
Next.
All right, Miss Naheed, and then I'm gonna go to Lori.
Okay, my name is Nahid Ershad. I'm from Connecticut, but I'm living in Maryland since 2020 with my sister. I enjoyed the first session, but I came back because I'm not finished. There's so much more that I have to unpack within myself. And I believe that the first course got me to a certain place, but I'm not quite there yet. And I'm not satisfied with how I'm living my life. Because there's so many areas of especially with procrastination that I still have to deal with. And in answer to your question before, if anybody was unsettled or didn't know what to expect, I was one of those people because you guys went really deep, and I had to really go deep and answer some questions and acknowledge some things about myself. So that's why I'm back.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being so transparent. Appreciate you. Miss Lori.
My name is Lori. I'm from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Not sure if I'm the farthest away from everybody, but I'm in Canada. And I enjoyed the procrastination course. I'm a big fan of learning, and I think habits is going to be really good, and I'm here.
Right on, right on. So for the record, we are an international training course now. I'm just throwing that out there. Thank you, Lori, for that distinction. Appreciate it, appreciate it. All right, Jim.
Yeah, good morning all. Jim Hicks here. I'm from San Jose, California. The course last time definitely exceeded what I thought. Typically, I've gone to classes where they've had books and go through literally page by page. But you guys brought it home. You made it. You made the book come alive. You didn't talk about specific pages, which would be very, very boring. But you had a lot of dialogue around the subject itself. So I got the content, but I didn't have to deal with going through just page by page. So I like that. You also introduced other material that supported the procrastination theme, which was also great. So I'm here again because I know how you do this, and I'm looking forward to another educational experience. And Ariel, you are new here, so you won't be getting just page by page. It's a whole dialogue where they interact with us. So you'll enjoy the experience too. So welcome.
Right on. Jim's like, let me warn you. Let me warn you. It's a little bit more. Sue, How you doing? Good morning, Sue.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I didn't finish the first course. We won't go into why. It's
All right.
just what it is. So
Mhm.
I came back because I like you and I love you both, you and Mr. Dunbar. Your energy is just amazing and y'all keep it real. I'm so over the trainings and stuff where they just tell you what they think you want to hear. And it has to come, if nothing's going to change, we're not going to change if you keep it like that. And like Jim said, if you go page to page, no, I can read the book. I don't need your help to do that.
That's
So,
real. That's
you know,
real. Sue,
and as far as books go, I have both. I cannot sit down and read a book because I will fall asleep. No
Mhm.
matter what book it is, it's going to put me
Mhm.
asleep. I can audio it that way. I can audio it at any time.
Mhm.
When I get a car again, it'll be back to Drive Time University.
Yeah.
When I'm out walking or whatever, I put it on audio and I can listen to it. And it does distract you, but it keeps you busy at the same time.
For sure.
It makes, ask questions
Mhm.
more than, and with the hard copy, yes, you can write notes and you can hand it down, but my kids don't want my books. Mine are all inspirational and things like that. They're not storybooks, so it
Fair
works both
enough.
ways. I have 3 of the 4
Does.
books that you spoke about. And I just love them, but I can't wait I am going to be in this course all the way through the end. It may not be on the same day each time because there are other trainings that I do need to do. But I thank
Absolutely.
you both in advance.
Without a doubt. Thank you. And thank you for keeping it so real. That's one of the best compliments we can get is that we're honest.
Mhm.
We really do take that seriously. This is people's lives.
That's right.
It's people's lives. And there's some people on here that's like, look, I need a change. I don't want to change. This isn't a hobby. No, I got some things going on that I don't like. And I needed to change now. So I need the best guidance I can get. I'm going to do my part. I just need the right guidance and somebody to be 100 with me. And we're going to be absolutely that. I'd rather be 100 with a small group than fake with thousands. I really would. I think it's irresponsible.
And just so you know, I am sitting on my bed. I am not laying on my bed, but I do work from this position many times with
Yes,
my
ma'am.
business. So I am going to do my trainings from here too. Sorry.
You are, no, don't apologize. You are sitting up. You are alert. Your window is bright enough to keep me awake. So I got a feeling you're going to be okay. You're good. You're good. Sue is like, and by the way, I'm going to eat a sandwich and I'm in my bed and y'all going to deal with it and I'm going to learn. Next. Sue is our gangster. That's our gangster. I like it. You're going to keep us safe. Octavia, welcome back, sister. Welcome back.
Thank you. Great morning, everyone. I have gone from, oh my goodness, it's about 10 o'clock. Let me, get up, get ready for, my session to, man, I'm ready to deep dive. That's how I woke up this morning. I was like, I missed you. It's like I missed a week. And I'm ready to dive deep today. And so Octavia Harper, originally from Memphis, Tennessee. We've been living in Louisville, Kentucky for the past 10 years after we retired from the Air Force. Why am I here? No brainer. I'm a deep diver, DD4L. So, and I'm gonna get a shirt made. I'm telling you, I'm just show up. And it was just a wow factor. Of course, we're all saying the same thing. You over delivered, and I know you're going to do the same thing. And I'm a deep diver because you can change the end all you want, just don't change the deep dive. So, and like one of the other team members was saying, it's a life course, and I'm just here for the duration. I've already set my schedule, my calendar for December 2023. And I said, you know what, let me go and change to 2024. We're just going to keep going with this thing. And I don't know, what else am I supposed to say? I think that's it. I'm just ready. And I was making my coffee this morning too, but
let me Uber Eats me some coffee. You know what I mean? And the funny thing is, when I Uber Eats, you're gonna see them walk in right here and hand it to me. Thanks. I'm not
Oh,
even gonna do it.
addressing the books. I'm a digital. I'm not audio or
Mhm.
the hard because I like to take my laptop or my Kindle wherever I go, and it's just easier for me. And I can kind of share that with my daughter. She doesn't want my books, but because it is on a Kindle, she will share that. I'm able to highlight
Right on.
and do all those different things. So that's kind of my preference, more digital.
There it is. There it is. And family, all the different versions are good. Have no doubt. I'm not disparaging audio or Kindle. I'm just crazy. And I can't wait to get a bunker and have my own generator. And I need to grow my own food. I'm a poet. I'm supposed to be a conspiracy theorist. Like, it's kind of in our job description to be romantics and conspiracy theorists, by the way. Just so you know. I got all kind of other theories too, I'll tell you about. Ariel, I can't hear you.
I know. I was like, mermaids are real. No, like, you know that cool.
Especially now.
Let's see.
Especially now, I'm gonna be typing in all kind of stuff. Aliens are running your universities. Robin, it's you now. How you doing? Why don't you go ahead and close out our introductions, good sister?
All right. Good morning, everybody. Again, my name is Robin Schiff. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. And I am back because I am celebrating a lot of little wins. I was expecting something really huge, but from both of you, I learned to celebrate the small things. So I'm liking the change that I'm seeing with myself. And again, I'll keep saying it over and over. I had no idea what I was signing up for. And again, nobody would ever tell me I would sit in the room with Mr. Dunbar, but I'm glad to be here with both of you, and I need and want more. So that's why I'm back.
Thank you very much. And I co-sign that statement. I never thought I would be able to sit in the room with Mr. Dunbar either. And I just thank I thank the stars. I thank the stars every night. Thank you for bringing Robert Dunbar into my life. With that being said, Mr. Dunbar, I'm gonna turn it back over to you. I'm gonna turn it back over to you.
We got everybody. All right, good stuff. Well, you know, I'm about to turn it right back over to you because you about to hit us with the
I know, but I didn't want to leave you out the conversation. You may have had, you know.
Okay. Well, I appreciate all of the great comments. We're super excited about everybody coming back. That's always a good feedback cycle for me, is people coming back, right? Because there's so many trainings going on all over the place, virtually, physically. When people say, hey, look, we spent 8 weeks plus the 9th week, and I know that 9th week most of the time was spent with Ariel for you all who were here the first set. You guys came back after all that to get more information. So that means that you want more. That means that you like what you got. And we're gonna pile it on and give you some more, but just in a different space. And the comments about life, really great, because the reason why Coach Branch and myself got together in the first place was because we wanted to bring that aspect. We know that there is no business without life. There is no business without life. There is life without business, right? You don't have to own a business, right? There is life without business, but there is no business without life. So you definitely need both. So Coach Branch was so instrumental because a lot of the lessons that I'm learning or that I'm watching you all come back, it's more of it is the personal stuff, the self-care, the anxiety, the being able to, a lot of people use the mindfulness exercise, the breathing, all of those things to get past situations that were business situations, but you use the life technique to get through it. Is that fair? So I really think that it's a really great partnership here with us being able to bring both of those things to the table. And we are going to do our best in our meetings. When Coach Branch and I meet, we do our best to come up with titles, meaning all of the trainings that we do, every 8-week session is going to strictly be on titles or subjects that are heavily life and business, so that you get the most out of the trainings that we do. So with that being said, we wouldn't be able to get through a session without doing, right? Without doing a breakout room. So we have to do a breakout room. So we're going to do something called the 333. So I am going to turn it back over to Coach Branch, because he is going to talk to you about the 333 exercise, put you in the breakout rooms, and then when we come back, we'll have a quick conversation here for that. And thank you for joining us, Octavia. I know you said you got to go at 12, so you know, glad you were here with us from 11 to 12. So I know you got 9 more minutes before we break out. So Coach Branch.
Without a doubt, sir. Thank you. And, you know, to prepare us for that, it's hard to do anything without some definitions. So when we look at habits, just a few definitions to really get our mind wrapped around it. One definition is a settled tendency or usual manner of behavior. Makes sense. A settled tendency or usual manner of behavior. Another is an acquired mode. There we go. Another is an acquired mode of behavior that has become nearly or completely involuntary. That's huge. That has become nearly or completely involuntary, right? So now we got some things we're not even controlling. Another way that habit is used is when we're talking about an addiction. Right? So our habits can be an addiction even. So this is heavy how deep the habit thing goes. And I think I'm gonna leave with this one. A habit is also a costume. So we can be addicted to things, and now those are habits. I know people that's addicted to drama. They self-sabotage their own relationships because they're addicted to that energy of conflict. But a habit is also a characteristic of a calling, a rank, or a function, and a costume even worn like a nun's habit. You know what I mean? It identifies your ranking. What that tells me is, if habit is a costume, that means we can be identified by our habits. We can be identified as our role, our ranking in life by the habits that we demonstrate. That's deep. That is heavy. So when we think about those habits, we got to think about them in all those different areas. So this is what I want you all to do. You got pen and pad. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to work on this. Then we're going to get into our breakout sessions. Then we're going to come back. What I want you to do for life and for business, you're going to write down 3 habits that you would like to break. 3 life habits and 3 business habits that you would like to break. So put those down. The next set, and keep writing, but the next set is going to be 3 habits in life and in business that you already have, but you want to keep them. You want to keep doing it. These are some good habits. I want to keep those habits. So those are a total of 12 so far. And the last area, 3 habits, 3 life, 3 business that you want to develop. You don't have them yet. So the first column are habits that you want to break. The second column are habits you want to keep that you already have. The third are habits that you want to develop. Three life in each category, 3 business in each category.
That too loud, Coach Branch?
Mm-mm. And Coach Dunbar, if you can go ahead and look at the breakout room tab at the bottom, you go ahead and click that, brother.
Oh, setup. Look at the setup. Let me see. Break room tab. Oh, maybe I need to open this up. Hold on. All right. Give me my next marching order because I don't know what to do.
And at the top where it says the numbers, click that number. It says create how many breakout rooms.
Mm-hmm.
When you click the number up, you'll see at the bottom, it'll tell you how many people will go into that room.
Yeah.
So if you click it to 4, it'll say 2 to 3 participants.
Here we go.
All right. So don't do it yet. Start yet. I just want to show you. I appreciate you all putting so much thought into this, because this will be what guides you over the next 8 weeks. This is what's going to be in your mind. These are the goals. You know, we're going to focus on breaking those. Thank you, Miss Octavia. All right. These will be your goals. This is where your unconscious focus will be. Because that's really what we're doing. When habits become involuntary, that means they shifted from your conscious to your unconscious. The problem is, to break something that's in your unconscious, we need more than your conscious mind to do it. That's why these lists, I'm going to ask you to put them up on the wall somewhere, 3 different pages. One page, the habits you want to break. Another, somewhere else, the habits you want to keep. Another one, the habits you want to develop. And the ones you want to break, I encourage you to just put one singular line through those words while they're up. You can still read them, but it tells you're reprogramming your unconscious as well. All right, how we doing, everybody? So what we're going to do now, we are going to put you into groups, just one-on-one breakout sessions with each other, so that you can share the habits you want to break, the ones you want to maintain, and the ones you want to develop. And let's share those with each other. I think that you will find that you're not nearly as crazy as you think you are. I mean, you're crazy. You're definitely crazy. Just probably not as crazy. I just love how hard everybody's thinking. I'm having trouble interrupting this. Let me get caught in the cognitive whirlwind. All right, Coach Dunbar, you want to go ahead, and if you take a look, if you do 4 groups, it'll say at the bottom, 2 per. And we'll let it just automatically randomly select.
Let me know when to go.
All right. He's about to open up the groups, everybody. Share what you got. Share what you got. Make sure, go ahead and read them all first so that they can be read, right? What I would do if I was in a group. What habits do we want to break? I share the ones I would like to break, both life and business, not explain. Just for time purposes, don't explain yet. Just say, I want to break this habit, I want to break this, I want to break that, okay? And then allow the other person to do the same. And then go to the maintain, you both share those. Then go to the develop, and you'll both share those, all right? You'll both share those. This is the thing though. What you're going to discuss, and this is the question, what is going to change about your life when you accomplish that? When you break the ones you don't want, when you maintain the ones you do want, when you develop the ones that you think are important, when you reach those habit goals, what's going to change about your life? Be specific. Don't say, I'll be better at doing business. No. Tell me my income is going to go to 6 figures, 10 grand a month. I get this done. We want something very specific. What's going to change about your life? These goals are hit. I am going to have a better relationship with my children. Right now, I got some bad habits. I yell way too much. I break these, I do this, and it may be multiple changes, but give us one. Something significant, something that's worth it. All right, Coach, let's put them in their groups.
All right. See you guys here in 2 minutes.
You'll have about 5 minutes in your groups. And it will come back. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Look here, who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Yeah, it is. It worked. Good stuff.
It looks like our Saturday class is gonna be live. We got some. This where the hype energy is.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's also because the Tuesday night, it doesn't matter what night it is, because I've done classes on different nights. It's just people be so burnt out by the end of the day, you know, 8 o'clock at night. They've been running through their whole day. It's like they got just enough energy left to finish up. It's Saturday, it's like they so fresh. Because you got, like they're all on the West Coast, but you got a couple people that's central. So for them, it's not.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's like it's early for y'all, but it's still early when it's probably the first thing they doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, this is and it gets my day going. You know, I'm changing a habit, right? I'm like, all right, I got things to do. Let me not sleep in all the time.
All the time.
I be trying, man. That getting up every day of the week.
Yeah. Yeah, that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday new client I have has been, man, it's been that's been hectic for me because I'm not used to being working that early. And I got this client at 8:15 in the morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I've been not taking clients before 9 o'clock
Right,
for, I don't know, probably 2 years.
right.
And I have to get up at 7:15 to be ready for them at 8:15. You know, so yeah, so that's been it's been good. It's working. I'm gonna pull you into some things here as this stuff develops. What we're working on is right down the line of what you're doing. I haven't talked to you about it yet because we're still doing I'm doing a lot of development with the process. But the client that I have, it's a big client in Jacksonville, and they have really pro-Black client. He's got a database, a search engine called I Shop Black, where he's contracting nothing but Black business owners of every kind. Where when you go to that search engine, if you say I'm looking for an engineer, it's only going to pull up Black engineers. If you say I'm looking for a chef, it's only Black chefs.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it's called I Shop Black. It's crazy. Like he literally has a team of people reaching out to Black business owners to get them in the database so that if somebody says, hey, I'm looking for anything and I only want Black vendors, they can go there and they're only going to find Black vendors. So he got I Shop Black. He has an organization of men called Black Men of Business. And he's developing a center in Jacksonville called the Black Business Development Center. And what he contracted me to do was be the head of the educational department.
Oh, wow.
So what I'm doing is I'm creating the courses for new business owners coming in. So of course, I've been dropping little nuggets to him about what we got going together, letting him know that we need to get some life stuff in there. And I want to be able at some point, because of the Blackness and all that stuff, I want to be able to talk to you about, because he already has an audience. He already has contracts for hotels, and then he has a development center where we can do something, a poetry set we won't be able to do inside the center. We need to do it in a hotel. Yeah. But he could get enough people out to an event where we could do something where you bring your poets and do something in Jacksonville under the Black Business Development Center branding.
Poets, why not trainings?
Oh no, we can do training too. I'm just saying on the entertainment side too.
Yeah.
I
mean, I'm trying to get away from.
Oh, are you really? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. I mean, I do it for like somebody's conference or something, like, you know what I mean? They finna drop some bread. I do it, but man, when people see you as one thing, it's hard for them to see you as anything else.
Got you.
They see me as a poet, it's hard for them to take and the knowledge is first, right? I was talking to my daughter, man. I was like, I said, I'm tired of entertaining. I ain't no entertainer. Like, I won't even do poetry if I can't talk around the poem no more. Like, if you just go up, do a poem and leave, go get somebody else. There's enough poets in the world for that. I got because I get minimized. I swear, man, it's disrespectful. It really is. It feels that way sometimes.
I'm glad we had that conversation, really, because I'm all for the training stuff. I was only bringing that because I know that artistically you do that.
No, I appreciate it.
No. If you want to still do training stuff, because he's on the same page we are. He's like, I want to do traveling. I want to do stage stuff. And what's happening with client base is I'm coaching the guy, right? So he ends up calling me one day and saying, look, he said, I want to see if I can work some kind of deal out with you. And I said, well, what's going on? He says, you don't charge enough for coaching. I said, well, that's kind of my business model. I over deliver. He said, well, I'm gonna try to see if I can take advantage of that a little bit. He said, I got people that I coach that I coach through my, because he has something called the Gatson Group, which is he does like.
Oh, Gatson.
Yeah, his name is Antonio Gatson.
Okay.
And he got something called the Gatson Group. And he says, how about I give you clients that come to me and I pay you more than what you're asking, and then I keep the rest. And I said, doesn't matter to me. I always take new clients. And he said, well, how many new clients can you take? I said, Yeah, I'll let you know when to stop. He said,
Right.
he said, and you'll be getting. I'm gonna be turning some people on to you too as well, because there's a couple people that he's introduced me to that have some life stuff too. So
Mhm.
one, and I'm gonna do it. You know, I'm gonna do it the way I normally do it. I'm gonna get them in print first, and then be able to say, okay, the guy that did the print thing with you, you need to use him for life coaching. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
with the other issues. And he gave me 3 clients right off the bat. And he's like, so your 12-week for these guys are what? And I'm like, well, I normally do on the 12-week, I normally do $8.99, and I'm just gonna do 90 minutes a week with them for 12 weeks. And he was like, well, I charge $3,000, so I'm gonna give you $1,500, and I'm gonna keep $1,500. So he gave me the 3 clients, gave me $1,500 per client.
Mhm.
And, you know, and then I set up with them the way I normally set up with them, coaching them.
There it is.
You know what I mean? And but the development center part of it, I'm already scheduling out trainings and different things. So
Okay.
you can, and I don't want to say in your spare time, because I know you don't have any spare time.
No.
I want you to think about this.
Hey man, get money. I make time to get this money. I got a wedding coming up. All right, let's go ahead and hit close rooms.
Hold on, let me check this stuff now. I don't know why this.
Go ahead and hit close rooms in the breakout, and it'll give them 60 seconds, and we'll come back, do a quick wrap up. And whatever you want to share with them beyond that, go ahead and bullet point it out. That way we could hit them and get them out of here.
Yeah, I don't think I got them. I think we did everything.
We better let them know ain't no class next Saturday.
Oh yeah, that's
all better hop on Tuesday.
Yeah, we definitely need to let them know that. When you get a chance, two questions. I mean, one question to the statement. Where is the wedding in?
Chicago.
Because I don't remember seeing it on the invitation I got.
Yeah, it's in the on the website. Go to the website that's on. Yeah.
And then statement is when you get a chance, think about some people coming into a Black Business Development Center on what we do. What are some things that they should be learning first? Because anything that we're doing together, we'll be doing it together, and it's gonna be virtual anyway.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's virtual. So
yep.
You can be right where you're at, and I can be right where I'm at.
Oh, imposter syndrome. It's so much for Black business owners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get that in. Then at some point I'll get you on. We'll do like a Zoom meet, you and Antonio. So I get you put it in.
All right, everybody. Y'all have some good breakout rooms? Some good conversations? Okay. Well, this is what I would like from you all. Because I know it was awesome. I know it was good because I know y'all, right? All I want you to do, I'm going to come by, and this is for everybody. So ain't no cheating, ain't no getting out of this. I want everyone to share with us, the thing you plan that you expect to change. What is the life thing that what is the thing that you expect to change in your life once these goals are accomplished? Give it to me straight away, and then we're gonna get y'all out of here. And if it's way too personal to share here, that's okay too. It is all right to pass. It is all right to pass, everybody. Okay? And so, Ariel, you the first, you next to me. Your square is next to mine. So calling on you first. Everybody
Hollywood Square.
You're
right.
right.
You don't have to explain it. You can be like, look, this is what's going to change for me.
Yeah, of course. So for my life, it's energy levels, no more brain fog, and operating with like the desperation for naps, even though I can take them, it's not desperate for them. And then for my business side, the hiring and delegating to teammates so that I can operate in my area of genius. And I know that that will essentially expand not only my vision, but also the timelines that I'm going to be able to get things done and the compounding effect of that.
I felt like I just got trained right now. That's how I feel. That was the way she laid that out. It was like, you do this for a living, don't you? I can tell. Ms. Naeed, what about yourself? Ms. Naeed?
Okay, you said one thing in life. Okay. One thing in
no,
life.
it could be life or business, but whatever.
No. I'm going to stick with life because business was difficult. So with life, it's one thing, and that is to improve my health. That's the number one thing for me.
There we go. There we go. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Robin.
Sorry about that. You see, I'll have less anxiety, and I will no longer have to depend on meds to sleep. I'll be delivered from guilt for putting me first, which I'm pretty close to that. My income will increase, and I will have more freedom mentally and physically, and I will be healthy in how I'm eating and exercising.
Come on, girl. Man, you be having me excited. You be reading your stuff. Miss Peggy. We're going with Miss Peggy, Miss Lori, Mr. Jim, Miss V, and then
Okay. All right. So for me, my life and business, my sentence is I just really want to be in a position financially, health-wise, and everything else to leave a legacy for my family. Right now, I am the matriarch of my family of 4 generations, so I'm very happy about that. But I want to be able to serve them, and I want to make sure that my dash means something to them and to myself as I say goodbye and meet my ancestors.
There you go.
All this is going to change all of that for me.
Change all that. That's what
all
I'm
of that. Yeah, yeah. Ari is going to teach me my computer skills so I can do all the stuff. I'm going to learn how to break my habits. I'm going to keep my business habits. I'm going to do my life. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine.
I love it. I love it.
I'll be fine.
You so much. Thank you. Thank you. Miss Lori.
I want to develop the habit of deciding to do something and not being swayed by my husband if he doesn't want to do it. I want to go, we have a pool in our business, in our building. I want to go swimming. And he says, no, I don't want to go swimming. So there goes swimming. I need to say, well, I'm going swimming. Tell me if you want. But it's hard.
I understand.
So that's one of the main things for my life there.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Jim.
Yeah, I just want to have my life be more on automatic. And once I get that accomplished, I have a whole lot less stress. I have a tendency to jump around from point A to B, and I want to be able to sit down for a minute, plan my time out, and then enjoy life. It's not that I don't have a good life. I have a great life, but I just want to be more automatic so that I don't, reduce all the stress.
Absolutely. I totally understand that. Thank you. Thank you. V.
Some of the habits I want to develop is to stop putting things off until tomorrow. Because tomorrow, as we all know, never arrives. So the next day, it's like tomorrow, I'm gonna do it tomorrow because I can't find time to do it. Stop putting my family needs before my own needs. And also just once I really put everything into context, just have mental freedom, not having anxiety, eliminating that, and just being free to not, be on edge and worrying about this, because things that I need to do, I'm always putting off until tomorrow. So.
Right. Thank you. Sue.
No, this was tough. I said this to Jim and he didn't understand what I meant, so I'm hoping somebody else does. I need to learn to stay in my own lane and keep my mouth shut. I didn't say that part to him, but you just stay in my own lane. If it doesn't affect me and my life, or doesn't affect God and what he wants in my life, then it's actually none of my business and I need to stay out of it. I also need to be more consistent with my business. I need to work on the small things, like Jim said, work on the small things, get those done, and then eat that frog and do the big things, and be more consistent with my habits and my follow-throughs and everything else.
Let me dive in there. How would doing those things change your life? What is the outcome? What would that
It gives
look
me more time to do what I need to be doing, more time to focus on my business or myself, improving, more self-love, more
There we go.
self-discipline.
Love it. Love it. Thank you. Thank you, Sue. Thank you. Thank you. You know, everybody, put in the chat, believe. If you honestly believe that accomplishing those goals, those were 8 different habits in both life and business that you either want to break, maintain, or develop. If you honestly believe that accomplishing that is going to get you that goal, is going to change your life in that way. If you honestly believe that, then you'll do the effort and you'll do the work. You know, another way to get the most out of this class is by doing the assignments. So we have exercises that's in class, but the assignments are what you're given to do once you leave class. It helps break up the information you're being given. It gives you repetitive, right, information over time, which allows the information to sink in even more. Remember, we're reprogramming your unconscious, which can be very difficult and very interesting. So that's what those assignments are for. So you're not just getting information once or even twice a week if you're Jim, because he is sticking with us every step of the way. And so that's why we give the assignments. Once again, you don't have to do the assignments. You're encouraged to. But I encourage you even more to do it even more if you are honestly ready and you're willing to do what it takes to make the things change. Is that fair, everyone? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. With that, I'm gonna we're good. Next week we will not be having a class next Saturday because so many of us will be in Charlotte visiting Ariel. So many of us Legal Shield conferences next week. Very large portion of our group is in Legal Shield and active, and we'll be at the conference, including myself and Coach Dunbar. So next Saturday, we won't have class. So I encourage everyone to make some time on Tuesday to go ahead and dive in. I know it's different from your normal schedule, but it would definitely be worth it, and it'll make it smoother and easier on everyone. Okay. Is that all right? Can we make that shift for this upcoming week? Okay. All right. Please join. It's going to be a great class. I look forward to having all y'all in one course. That'll be fun. Coach Dunbar, anything before we let them go?
No, just check your chat. I put the PDF that we went over today inside the chat. I'm also about to email it off as well to everybody. So if you can't pull it out the chat because you're on a tablet or something like that, I understand that. If you can pull it out, you'll see the attachment there. If not, check your email in about 2 minutes and I'm gonna shoot an email off, and it's gonna, the subject line says material, worksheets, rational routines. And it will be that PDF, and it's 5 pages, the 5 pages that we went over today. So that's all I got for you guys.
Coach Dunbar,
all
I'm
right.
supposed to stay with you, right?
Yes. So we hang up. When everybody gets off, Ms. Naive, you stay on. Me and you're gonna stay on.
Okay.
And Coach Banks, if Coach Banks, if you got anything to stay on with.
No, you already kicked me out, brother. Ms. Naive clearly took my position. He's like, hey, Branch, you gotta go. Now you stay around. We gotta change all the documentation now for Coach Naive. No, I'm joking. You guys, y'all are so silly. I could really joke around with y'all all day long. Any questions about today? Any questions about your first day? It was a good introduction to what we got going on. Good introduction. Go ahead, Jim.
I have one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, recording.
Coach Dunbar?
Oh, the recording, I'll send it to you. But just know it's gonna expire though. So you have to look at it within 7 days when I send it to you.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going, and I'll send it to you today.
Okay, good.
Excellent. And is that sent to everyone?
No, anybody that asks for it. I don't send it out
Okay.
blindly because I need to know who has a copy of it.
Who has a copy?
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
not edited and stuff yet, so I need to know who has it so I can put a 7-day expiration on it. So if somebody needs it,
Got it.
like I know somebody who missed Tuesday because they were confused by the cancellation. I sent them something, but it had an expiration date on it. So
There we go. All right. Thank you. And it will explode in 7 days. Mission impossible. All right.
if you need it, let me know.
But it
All
will
right.
explode with love.
That's
With
right.
love.
Hearts everywhere, like Care Bears. You know what I mean? Scared is mine. You know?
Now you dating yourself.
I don't know how I remember, like just coming out of nowhere. All right. Any other questions? If not, we got y'all overtime. Our apologies for that. Any other? Going once, going twice. You guys are great. You got our contact information. Give us a ring if you need us. Other than that, let's change these habits, y'all. Rational routine.
See you guys. Good seeing you all. And I'm gonna stay
Have a
in
great
with you.
day.
All right,
Take
thank
care.
you.
Have a
Welcome,
wonderful Saturday.
Ariel.
Have a great one, everyone.
Good day.
Okay,
Have a good weekend.
Tuesday.
All right, so can you share your screen?
Actually, hold on. I've never done that, but we can do that.
Oh, let me see.
Okay.
4 and 2.